Let's talk about Manchester United in the transfer window and Ten Hag. It sounds like Ten Hag will get a lot of money to spend in the transfer market. Which areas of the field do you think Manchester United need to improve on? And what are you hearing behind the scenes?
So, first point, the priority will be a new right back. I think Erik Ten Hag was really clear after the last game with Aston Villa. He said we need to have two important fullbacks, two on the left and two on the right. And so, of course, on the left, they have Luke Shaw and Malacia, who are doing very well. On the right, Diogo Dalot is having probably the best season of his life. He's doing fantastic, scoring goals, providing assists, but he's always playing. Wan-Bissaka is never playing. And so, in January, the priority will be to find a solution for Wan-Bissaka, and then to bring in a new right back. Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen is one of the players they are scouting. They have sent their scout multiple times to follow him. Not just Man United, because also Chelsea, for example, sent their scouts for Jeremy Frimpong. But I'm told that Bayer Leverkusen will try to keep him at least till the end of the season. So it's not going to be an easy negotiation. But Man United in general will look for a new right back. They wanted Serginho Dest in the final days of the August market, but it was not possible to proceed because of Wan-Bissaka, what the end stayed at Man United.
Yeah.
And so I think right back is the priority. Striker situation remains a priority for 2023 in general for Man United. I expect them to sign a new striker in 2023. I think it's not going to be easy in January. It could depend on the World Cup. Let's see, for example, Jonathan David, how he will perform. Let's see Cody Gakpo. So there are many players at the World Cup who could be interesting. But in January, it's not easy. If it's not going to be January, it's going to be in the summer because they want a proper number 9, also because of Martial injuries, also because of Cristiano Ronaldo's contract situation. And so they are looking for a new striker in 2023.
It's really interesting to me. Obviously, we've seen Manchester United improve in that midfield area, bringing Casemiro in, outstanding, bringing Erik in, outstanding, two great appointments, two players who are playing very well for Manchester United right now. But one name that just won't go away is Declan Rice. And he made comments about every player has a dream to play for Manchester United in the Premier League. Why won't that story go away about Declan Rice moving to Manchester United?
I think it's normal. Some months it's Manchester United, some months it's Chelsea, some months will be Manchester City. It's normal because he's an English player. He's a fantastic player, and it's normal to be attracted to many top clubs. So I think it's absolutely normal to have this kind of rumors. At the same point, it's important to mention, first of all, as I always say when I mention Declan Rice, we have to remember West Ham position because they've always been really strong on the Declan Rice situation. He has a long-term contract because they can say, okay, it's 2 years deal. Yes, but they have an option to extend his contract for one more season. So it's potentially 3-year deal. They feel protected. They want Declan to be the face of the project on long term. And so it's not going to be easy for all the clubs to sign Declan Rice. And also Man United, this is just my personal opinion, because as of today, there are no negotiations. But my personal opinion is after investing 85 million on Casemiro, who is a defensive midfielder, who is now adapting the Premier League football, new system, new manager, new teammates, and he's now doing very well. I don't see them investing 150, 60 millions on Declan Rice. I see them investing that kind of money, big money, on a striker more than a central defensive midfielder.
Yeah, that's a great point. Now, real quickly before we go to break, Fabrizio, I want to get your comment as a fan, obviously personally as well. De Gea being left out of the Spanish national team doesn't really make much sense to me, especially it's like a 60-man roster, and he's been performing so well for Manchester United. So as a fan, what are your thoughts on De Gea being left out of the Spanish team?
I think there is a lot of disrespect for David De Gea since long time. Every mistake that can happen for goalkeepers, we know it's about the moments, is always criticized a lot, on not just on social media, but also on the press. A lot of criticism for David De Gea. And then when he's having incredible games, important games, he doesn't have a lot of credit. So I think he's a really important goalkeeper. I agree with you that it's surprising to see him out of the squad for the World Cup, of the 60-man squad for the World Cup. And I'm really surprised, honestly. I think he's really underrated in some moments. Maybe he's not the best goalkeeper in the world, but he's a really important goalkeeper. So let's see what Man United will decide with him, because he's out of contract next summer. They have an option, as for Rashford, Dalot, and many others, to extend the contract, but still no decision made, and it will be on Erik Ten Hag. He will decide, I think, November, December, he will meet with the board and decide on the contract situation for De Gea, for Dalot, for Rashford, for Luke Shaw, and many others. And so I'm really curious to see what happens, but I really like David De Gea, honestly.